The Book of Jubilees, chapter 22. And it came to pass, in the first week, in the 44th Jubilee, in the second year, that is, the year in which Abraham died, that Isaac and Ishmael came from the well of the oak to celebrate the feast of weeks, that is, the feast of the first fruits of the harvest, to Abraham their father. And Abraham rejoiced because his two sons had come. For Isaac had many possessions in Beersheba, and Isaac was wont to go and see his possessions, and to return to his father. And in those days Ishmael came to see his father, and they both came together. And Isaac offered a sacrifice for a burnt offering, and presented it on the altar of his father, which he had made in Hebron. And he offered a thank offering, and made a feast of joy before Ishmael his brother. And Rebekah made new cakes for the new grain, and gave them to Jacob her son, to take to Abraham his father, from the first fruits of the land, that he might eat and bless the Creator of all things before he died. And Isaac too sent by the hand of Jacob to Abraham a best thank offering, that he might eat and drink. And he ate and drank, and blessed the Most High Power, who hath created heaven and earth, who had made all the fat things of the earth, and given them to the children of men, that they might eat and drink and bless their Creator. And now I give thee thanks unto thee, my power, because thou hast caused me to see this day. Behold, I am 160 years, an old man and full of days, and all my days have been unto me peace. The sword of the adversary had not overcome me, and all that thou hast given me and my children, and all the days of my life until this day. My power, may thy mercy and thy peace be upon thy servant, and upon the seed of his sons, that they may be to thee a chosen nation, and an inheritance from amongst all the nations of the earth, from henceforth unto all the days of the generations of the earth, unto all the ages. And he called Jacob and said, My son Jacob, may the Most High of all bless thee and strengthen thee to do righteousness, and his will before him, and may he choose thee and thy seed, that ye may become a people for his inheritance according to his will always. And do thou, my son Jacob, draw near and kiss me. And he drew near and kissed him, and he said, Blessed be my son Jacob, and all the sons of the Most High Power unto all the ages. May the Most High give unto thee a seed of righteousness, and some of thy sons may he sanctify in the midst of the whole earth. May nations serve thee, and all the nations bow themselves before thy seed. Be strong in the presence of men, and exercise authority over all the seed of Seth. Then thy ways and the ways of thy sons will be justified, so that they shall become a holy nation. May the Most High Power give thee all the blessings wherewith he has blessed me, and wherewith he has blessed Noah and Abraham. May they rest on the sacred head of thy seed from generation to generation forever. And may he cleanse thee from all unrighteousness and impurity, that thou mayest be forgiven all thy transgressions and thy sins of ignorance. And may he strengthen thee and bless thee, and mayest thou inherit the whole earth. And may he renew his covenant with thee, that thou mayest be to him a nation for his inheritance for all the ages, and that he may be to thee and to thy seed a power in truth and righteousness throughout all the days of the earth. And do thou, my son Jacob, remember my words, and observe the commandments of Abraham thy father. Separate thyself from the nations, and eat not with them, and do not according to their works, and become not their associate. For their works are unclean, and all their ways are a pollution, and an abomination, and uncleanness. They offer their sacrifices to the dead, and they worship evil spirits, and they eat over the graves, and all their works are vanity and nothingness. And they have no heart to understand, and their eyes do not see what their works are, and how their error in saying to a piece of wood, Thou art my God, and to a stone, Thou art my Lord, and Thou art my deliverer, and they have no heart. And as for thee, my son Jacob, may the Most High Power help thee, and the power of heaven bless thee, and remove thee from their uncleanness and from all their error. Be thou ware, my son Jacob, of taking a wife from any seed of the daughters of Canaan, for all his seed is to be rooted out of the earth. For, owing to the transgression of Ham, Canaan erred, and all his seed will be destroyed from off the earth, and all the residue thereof. And none springing from him will be saved on the day of judgment. As for all the worshippers of idols and the profane, there will be no hope for them in the land of the living, and there will be no remembrance of them on the earth. For they will descend into Sheol, and into the place of condemnation they will go. As the children of Sodom were taken away from the earth, so will all those who worship idols be taken away. Fear not, my son Jacob, and be not dismayed, O son of Abraham. May the Most High Power preserve thee from destruction, and from all the paths of error may he deliver thee. This house have I built for myself, that I might put my name upon it in the earth. It is given to thee and to thy seed forever, and it will be named the house of Abraham. It is given to thee and to thy seed forever, for thou wilt build my house and establish my name before the Most High forever. Thy seed and thy name will stand throughout all generations of the earth. And he ceased commanding him and blessing him. And the two lay together on one bed, and Jacob slept in the bosom of Abraham, his father's father, and he kissed him 7 times. And his affection and his heart rejoiced over him, and he blessed him with all his heart and said, The Most High Power, the power of all, and creator of all, and brought me forth from Ur of the Chaldees, that he might give me this land to inherit it forever, and that I might establish a holy seed. Blessed be the Most High forever. And he blessed Jacob and said, My son, over whom all my heart and my affection I rejoice. May thy grace and thy mercy be lifted up upon him and upon his seed alway. And do not forsake him, nor set him at naught, and for henceforth unto the day of eternity. And may thine eyes be open upon him and upon his seed, that thou mayest preserve him and bless him, and mayest sanctify him as a nation for thine inheritance. And bless him with all thy blessings from henceforth until all the days of eternity, and renew thy covenant and thy grace with him and with his seed according to all thy good pleasure unto all the generations of the earth. Chapter 22 showed that unity that us as Israelites once had, you know what I'm saying, before our households got split up, you know what I'm saying, because of the curses of Deuteronomy for not doing what we were supposed to through our forefathers' mistakes. Before our forefathers' mistakes, even before that, was that beautiful father-son relationship. Prime example right here. You know what I'm saying? This was, what was it? The year in which Abraham died. So Abraham knew he was going to die. Well, he probably didn't know he was going to die that year, but he knew he was getting older. And, you know, it was time to celebrate. So basically, Isaac and Ishmael came from the well of the oath to celebrate the Feast of Weeks, you know what I'm saying, or the Feast of First Fruits of the harvest to Abraham, their father. And Abraham rejoiced because his 2 sons had come. Isn't that a blessing? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like nowadays, like a father that stays in Atlanta and he got a son that stays in California and another son that stays in Michigan or something like that. And he called them both up and was like, hey, you know, I'm finna have a celebration. I want to invite both of y'all. And both of them dropped whatever they was doing, caught a flight, and came at the same time. You know what I'm saying? That's the equivalent of what Father Abraham did with Ishmael and Isaac. You know what I'm saying? Brought them both together, everybody celebrating, rejoicing. And that's how it should be. And that's how it's gonna be when the Messiah comes back and finally puts order to this out of order kingdom. You know what I'm saying? But for now, Israel, we got to keep our head up, stay strong. All praise to the power of the Son of Man, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Father, I am that I am, and his only begotten Son in these trying times. Spiritual Jacob's trouble. Shalom.